Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
How are you doing today?
Alhamdulillah, very well. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Now, Brother Mohammad Shahid, we do have a wonderful topic, and subhanallah, over the last few weeks we've had a lot of questions, and not only have we had questions from Muslim brothers and sisters, but we had questions from people that are non-Muslims and how they wanted to participate. And we have a fellow brother who has been in contact with yourself, is that correct as well? Maulana Rizwan was saying that we had, was it James McCarthy as well?
Okay.
Yeah, so he's contacted without a miss. Every single time you guys are on air, he sends a message to you guys.
And our dear lady,
yeah,
Sonia.
Yeah, and Sonia as well. So we do have some regular listeners. We had Brother Muhammad Ibrahim, who's a regular as well. So we have all these regular listeners that always have these wonderful questions. Today, what is our wonderful topic, and what would you like to say to the listeners out there?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. First of all, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu to all the dear listeners out there. And I hope and I pray that you are all in the best of health, and best of iman, inshallah. May Allah SWT protect every one of us from the situation that we're all facing this day and age. The pandemic that we are going through, it's a global outbreak of the COVID-19. So I just pray, and I pray again and again that Allah SWT protects every one of us from this calamity. Allah SWT protects our families, our friends, our loved ones, and the people that have passed away these days due to this outbreak. May Allah SWT forgive their sins. Allah SWT give them high ranks in paradise, and above all gives a patient sabr to the family, inshallah.
And especially the wonderful work you guys are doing, especially with the food parcels here in the UK. Today's topic, are we talking about the food parcels in Pakistan?
We're talking about our work at the moment, the work that we're doing for Save the Mothers Trust, the work that we're doing actually here in the UK here. We're running the food parcels here for the people who are going into self-isolation, people who are financially struggling. And you know, at this time now, we do see that there are many people here at our own doorsteps that are financially struggling to even buy the basic food. And you know, wallahi, you know, I've come across so many people that when I deliver parcels myself to their homes, that people have told me that, you know, we've not had food for the last 2 or 3 days. That's here in Bradford, in our hometown. So you see, it's a big problem. You see, with this COVID-19 outbreak, there are many people who have lost their jobs as well. There are many people who are struggling financially. There are many people, alhamdulillah, they're very well off. It's not making much of a difference. The difference they made to them people is that they are just locked in their houses. And a lot of these people, you know, hard-working people, they used to spend so much time outside. And it's a blessing for them that they are put into their houses with their families now. But the people who used to, you know, the working people who were, you know, doing daily work for daily wages, then people are struggling. And the food bank that we run at Save the Mothers Trust, right, it's not a food bank that we give food to any person that comes to us, right? We have a full vetting system in place where we work with social services, job center, homeless shelters, housing associations, refugee centers, all registered organizations. So these people that come to us, they show full evidence that they are financially struggling. Their benefits have been cut, right? You know, they're not being paid, and they don't have no money to buy the basic food to feed themselves and their families. And then once they show evidence, then we give them a food parcel, a healthy food parcel that will last them up to a week.
Now, just to stop you there, just in terms of that, my question to yourself is, we don't hear about the people that don't have enough food, especially in Bradford. We don't hear about the stories, like you say, 2-3 days. We don't hear about them things.
No, we don't.
And why do we not hear about these things? And why is there such a big issue here in Bradford? Not only Bradford, but UK wide.
You see, I really believe. You see, you know, when we started the food bank 2014, at that time, before that time, I would never thought that there were people here in UK that are going without food, that are going, you know, that sleeping without having any food in the stomach, them and their children, because they're not affording it. I would never thought that. But once we started the food bank, right, and then we've got the referrals, and we've seen people's financial situations, right. Then from there we then looked at people here. See what happens in a lot of the charities when you're working. When it comes to giving charity, we always think, you know, the first thing that comes to your mind when you give charity is maybe Pakistan, maybe Africa, maybe Syria, maybe Yemen, maybe, you know, the Rohingya refugees, maybe Bangladesh. You know, all these third world countries come into your mind. never once does UK come into your mind.
Definitely.
It doesn't.
No,
right?
never.
The same
Ever.
for myself as well.
Yeah.
I never thought there'd be people here in Bradford, in UK, that are going to sleep themselves and their kids and their families on an empty stomach, not with their own choice, but because they can't afford to buy the food. But once we started a food bank, then I seen this myself. I think the reason a lot of us don't understand that is because we don't see that. And you only normally see it when you're working on such a project as we are doing ourselves. That's only reason I've seen it myself as well.
Subhanallah.
So there is a massive need. There was a big need before, and right now because of COVID-19 there's a bigger need now. So any brother and sister out there, there's two things now that we provide as a service from Save the Mother's Trust. First service is that we provide free food parcels to the people who are eligible. These people who are who meet the criteria that they can't afford to buy the food. And see, in this country here, the beauty is that this for people here it's a temporary kind of situation, right? Because for a lot of these people it's the case of the benefits being stopped temporarily,
yeah,
or they're losing a job and they'll get another job in a short while. But most of the people that come to it is due to the benefit stopping, and it's a temporary kind of thing. But when it comes to Pakistan and other third world countries, that's not the situation over there. We as a charity, we're providing food parcels here to these people who are financially struggling. Also, we're providing a service to the people who are going into self-isolation due to COVID-19. And these people are people that may be over the age of 65.
Yeah.
They might have some kind of physical or mental disability.
Yeah.
Or they may have, there are many people who don't have no family support or any support.
Yeah.
So they live for themselves, they support themselves.
Oh,
right? So these people, we provide a service where we prepare the same parcel and we deliver to their household, and they pay £30, which it costs us.
Yeah.
These are the people that can afford it and are going into self-isolation.
Yeah.
Now, when you come to here, that this is covered now, alhamdulillah, in Bradford now, we were the first charity to initiate this project for self-isolation, alhamdulillah. And this is a big blessing. We were the first charity to Save the Mother's Trust. And now there are many other charities that are doing this, alhamdulillah, great work now, including the council. They're doing a massive project
and you know
on fooding.
It's sadaqah jari for you guys, because you started it and people looked at it and they implemented it. You're going to get all the swab for it.
So now that we're providing food parcels which have been delivered to the homes of the people who are eligible, who are poor and needy. Because, well, before what we used to do is that we used to have used to set up a camp, a distribution camp, where all the people should come there, line up, and take the food parcels. Now, due to the social distancing and the government rules, that doesn't happen now. So the way we're distributing our parcels now is that our volunteers taking truckloads and delivering to the people's homes who are the poor and needy. And alhamdulillah, the areas we're working, we have a full record of people who are regular users, and we work with authorities in the areas who are familiar with people who are financially struggling and the state and their situations. So in Pakistan, we are distributing food parcels. And one parcel for Pakistan is £50.
Yeah.
Right? And the dear listeners out there, if you are listening to me and you are listening to the message, please come forward and make a donation of zakat, your sadaqah, your fitrana, any kind of donation. Give it to Save the Mother's Trust, and with that money, we'll provide food parcels. And see, in Pakistan, like I mentioned over here, there's the struggle is it's like temporary.
Temporarily.
You see, the benefit because it's temporary, and people eventually will get some support here.
Inshallah.
But you see, in places like Pakistan, if you don't work, you don't earn. You don't earn, you don't eat. Right? Simple as that. Because there's very limited, and if any, social welfare in Pakistan or any other country, such as over here.
And just a question going back, you said £50. How much people that be able to feed, and how long for as well? Because people don't know that. I know, but I just want you to tell the listeners.
With £50 for Pakistan, we provide the people about 50 kgs of flour, 50 kgs of flour, rice, lentils, spices, tea, sugar,
just the necessities.
The milk cartons. Milk cartons are long lasting, right? So these kind of things. So it's the bare necessities. But this food parcel will last a family up to 6 weeks.
Inshallah.
Right?
Inshallah.
Up to 6 weeks it lasts a family.
Subhanallah.
So you see, even the lockdown, we don't know how long the lockdown will last, right? So our food parcel this year, right, we've increased it. And we buy from wholesalers in Pakistan. Alhamdulillah, people there, the wholesale look after us in price as well. So we get a big quantity of food. So one parcel, see Pakistan, you see here, we got 2 plus 2 as a family. But Pakistan is not. The average family is 4 plus 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Average family in Pakistan, there'll be 2 adults and maybe 4 children. And in that, you got your grandma, your granddad. Right? So minimum people in a household is about 6 people in Pakistan. That's the minimum it is.
Yeah, exactly.
So our food parcel will provide the food for a minimum of 6 people
Yeah.
for up to 6 weeks.
Allah.
So that'll make it easy for them. And again, this is a project where your zakat is applicable. You can give your zakat towards this project. And I understand people are very uncertain this day and age of their own circumstances.
Yeah.
And with our marketing material, we made it quite clear there that when you donate to us or any other charity, look at all your own circumstances first.
Yeah.
Do not put yourself into difficulty, right? Trying to help others, and helping others is a big blessing. There's but at the same time, do not put yourself into a situation where you'll struggle yourself.
Exactly.
Right? So look at your situation, and if your situation is not too good, but your zakat, zakat is one thing, right? That see the blessing of Islam, right? The wisdom there. Zakat, you only give 2.5% of your wealth.
Exactly.
Right? So sadaqah you can give whatever you want to give, but zakat, right, is an obligatory act. Right? It's a fard, right? And you have to give it. And majority of the people, we have our zakat anniversary by beginning of Ramadan. Myself, you see, first week of Ramadan, right, it's my zakat anniversary. So my zakat, whatever it is, right, I give it on the first 1 or 2 days of Ramadan each year. Right? So zakat is one of those topics where you have to be extremely careful, because people have a lot of misunderstanding about zakat.
Exactly.
A lot of misunderstanding, and I would advise you that if there is any misunderstanding you have in regards to any Islamic, the rights, any Islamic faraid, right, please ask and ask an ulama, ask a scholar, and see the basic things. First of all, there's things like wudu, tahara, right, your salah, right, your fasting, your zakat, your hajj. And these the 5 pillars of Islam, right? 100%. All the farz ayn. As Muslims, it's our duty, right, to master them, right? So you see, first of all, I would say that this is a duty upon the parents. First of all, to teach your children. There's times they become baligh, right? There are times where ghusl is wajib, right? Exactly. And without your ghusl, doing your ghusl properly, right? Your ibadat is not accepted. Anything you do, right? You're teaching the Quran, you're in namaz, instead of getting the reward, right, you're getting guna for it instead. Exactly. Right? So these kind of things that you shouldn't be ashamed. And when it comes to your deen, to know the basics of your deen, right, it's fard upon you, right? And not knowing is not good enough. It's not. Not knowing, right? Having that attitude of if you don't know, then you don't know, right?
I'm sure there was a saying the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that you should seek knowledge and you should go to the ends of the earth to even learn a word or a new sentence.
It said travel distance unto China. China that time the class was a very, very far away place. So basically meaning that go as far as you can go.
And learn, just to even learn a word or learn a new thing that you can act upon and that you can spread that knowledge. Because it will be beneficial for yourself and for the person that you're teaching, and if they teach someone, it will be beneficial for all.
So the knowledge beneficial knowledge, right, it benefits you and it benefits more than everybody. It benefits yourself and then you benefit others through that. Again, the knowledge of this topic about knowledge was coming back to zakat again.
Exactly.
Right? So zakat, SMT as a charity, we collect zakat, right, and we give you zakat to the people who are eligible. And you got to be very careful how you collect zakat and how you spend zakat as well, right? There are people who spend zakat on certain things that which ulama disagree with. For example, there are people who collect zakat money for water wells, right? And I have the inquiries all the time, whether we want to give so much money in zakat money, but we want to dig a well with the zakat money. So we at the charity, we say, look, we can't take your money for zakat. So it's zakat for water well. And the answer to that is because you see, zakat money has to be spent on a person who is mustahiq, who is eligible for zakat. Basically, a person who cannot give zakat, right, is a poor person, a poor individual, a poor group of people. You spend his zakat money on them. Now, when it comes to a water well, now look here, water well, you can dig a water well in the village, right? There'll be people using it who are mustahiq, who are eligible for zakat. And there'll also be people using it who are not mustahiq for zakat.
Exactly.
Right? So the people will use it. There'll be people in that village that who are, obviously that give zakat, don't take zakat. Now if they take water from the well, right, so it's your zakat is not spent in the right place. So brothers and sisters, when you give your zakat, right, make sure you give it properly. You work, first of all, you work it out properly. One of my friends is a scholar. He says, when people give you sadaqah, when they ask you, when they give you a donation, when they ask you, how should I put it, zakat or sadaqah, right, always encourage them to put it towards the zakat. Right? Because there could be a time in the past, right, you might have missed his zakat. As a charity Save the Mothers Trust, we've been collecting zakat since 2004, since we started. And zakat we spend on the people that are mustahiq for zakat. Alhamdulillah, with our charity, the patron of our charity is a Mufti Qazi Hassan Raza Sahab. And on top of that, we have a board of ulama with our organization. So all these Islamic donation of zakat, and fitrana and fidya and sadaqah, we seek full advice before we spend the money.
Subhanallah,
right?
subhanallah.
So these things are extremely important. Brothers and sisters, when you give your donation, don't just give them with a blind eye. Don't just close your eyes and just throw them away. It's your money, it's your hard-earned money, and you want to give it to the right place. Alhamdulillah, there are many charities who are doing great work. Always look into the charity and make sure your donation is spent correctly. And again, when it comes to working out your zakat, right, it's extremely important, because the zakat is something is farad upon you. Same like namaz, same like fasting, right? These are your prize things, and if you don't do them properly, there's much reward in this. There's the massive reward in this for you, inshallah. But on the other side, if you do not do it, right, the sin is major sin. It's not a minor sin. Missing your salah is a major sin. Missing your rosé when you're fasting, when you can keep fasting, right, intentionally is a major sin, right? Not giving your zakat, right, it's a major sin.
Just to stop you there, we are getting a flood of messages coming through. They've all started coming through. I've just started sending messages to make sure our website is running correctly. But yeah, the first question is from Brother Raza was saying, it's not actually a question. He goes, Salam, how are you doing? Hope you guys are well. The wonderful work. Can you just outline the contact number and the website where we can donate? So if you want to outline that, we've got James McCarthy, one of our regulars. He said, hi, I just want to say the wonderful work you guys are doing. It goes outstanding to outline the poverty in the UK and especially in Bradford. He goes, I would recommend for all you guys to help this charity. He goes, I did have my doubts at the start, but these guys are doing some wonderful work. I do donate, but obviously I donate behind closed doors. I don't want my name mentioned. He's saying that. We've also had Shazi was saying, what she asked about zakat, a quick question. She goes, it is farz upon you to give zakat, which is 2.5%. Is that as your whole earnings? And with the whole earnings, what if you are struggling to provide, whether it's yourself or whether it's someone that you know? What is the outline of that? I'll say the rest of the question once you
one at a time,
answer
please.
the two first, and then I'll say it to you.
Okay, first one, in order to make a donation to Save the Mothers Trust, our website, the best and easy way to donate nowadays is through the website.
Yeah.
So our website is smtrust.org.uk, www.smtrust.org.uk, or you can call our office on 01274 270043, 01274 270043. Okay, so again, to make your donations, log on to our website, S for sugar, M for mother, trust, trust.org.uk. You can make a donation via our website. And Sister Shahid's question, basically when it comes to zakat, see how zakat works, right? Example, now last Ramadan, first Ramadan,
yep,
your bali, your akil, right? You have say £500,
yep,
right? You have £500, right? So now, so that's Ramadan is, right?
yeah.
So for this Ramadan now, first Ramadan, right? Now throughout this year, you didn't go under £500.
Yeah.
Threshold is less than that. But I'm just giving an example, right?
Yeah.
So you have £1,000.
Yeah.
Right. So first Ramadan, you had £1,000.
Yeah.
Right. So all through the year, right, your amount stayed above £1,000.
Yeah.
Right. So this first Ramadan now, right, you see how much you have now. So this first Ramadan, you got £2,000.
Yeah.
Right. So now that means that for the whole year, right, you've been above the threshold.
Yeah.
Right. So this Ramadan now, you look at your savings, you look at how you work here. You look at the goal that you have for Asian women.
Yeah.
The goal you have. So you find out, okay, now what's the tola? How much is it?
Yeah.
The goal that you have, what is it worth in money? Right. So you put that figure down there. You look into all your bank accounts, right? Okay, this money, add it all together. So now you got say £20,000 in all your assets. These kind of assets, your gold, your money, right? You don't work out the clothes that you wear, your car, these things that daily use. That's not zakatable. So then you got £20,000, right? All these things now, right? So then what you do then now you work out, right, what money in this, right, you also work out what money is owed to you, right? What people owe you, right? Which you'll get back. There's a certain amount of money you know 100% you'll never get this money back again, right? You forget about that, right? But the money that you owe people, that you know you'll get this back. That's what you're saving, then, isn't it, right? So you say you altogether you got £20,000 there. Then what you do, you work out the money that you owe out to people. And you put into here, okay, you owe so and so much money, so and so much money. Some individuals, right? Okay, you owe your credit card, right? You owe, you got a little loan here and there, right? So you minus the money that you owe, right? So now you got £20,000. You owe this, you back to £10,000 now, right? Then from this amount, right, you work out 2.5%, and you give that as your zakat. Now the question here, why, if you can't afford it, right? Now the beauty of our religion, Islam, right, it will not put you into any difficulty,
100%.
right? So now zakat is sadaqah, right? You give as when you feel it, but 100%. Zakat here, Allah Ta'ala has ordered you only give from what you have,
100%,
right?
Subhanallah.
So now you got £10,000, you got this money there. Okay, you might not have any physical money, right, in notes, but you got gold there. That is money. That is, exactly. That is money, right? So anything that zakat is made of, right? You got this already. So you only give it from what you have. From there you give 2.5%.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? You seem tired, bro. You have a long day for you.
Alhamdulillah.
Right? So you see, from here you only give 2.5% from that. And I would encourage you, I would request you that people that listen to me, if you got zakat due to give, please this year consider Save the Mothers Trust as one of your charities to give your zakat to. Give your zakat to us, and with your zakat money, inshallah, we will be providing food parcels to the people who are in most need due to this COVID-19 lockdown.
Inshallah, we've got Brother Kamran from America who's listening to us, subhanallah.
MashaAllah.
And what Brother Kamran has asked, he goes, he doesn't mind donating or anything. Obviously, for more information, is there information about on your website? Is there anyone that he can contact from America here that he can have a direct contact with or speak to anyone?
You can ring our office on 01274. So UK code is +4 0044 01274 270043. You can contact us, and our office lady, she'll give you the information.
Inshallah.
Or you can also email us. Email us on info@smtrust.org.uk. That's info@smtrust.org.uk. And for more information about our work, you can log on to our website, which is www.smtrust.org.uk. That's smtrust.org.uk. You can log on there and you see all the work that we do, all the projects that we run many projects in Africa, in Pakistan, on the Bangladesh border with Myanmar, with Rohingya refugees. We're doing work with Syrian refugees, working here in the UK with the refugees also who are financially struggling. We're working with them. So we do, you see, as a charity, we're doing as much as possible as we can. And in regards to our cost, we keep our cost to the minimum, and we make sure that this is one of our main projects. We run sewing training centers in Pakistan. We run one in Congo for the disabled women and men to give them a skill for life. Some of these two projects that are on a bit of a hold, but still, example now, Pakistan, we train widows and poor ladies to sew.
Exactly.
Now, once they following the government guidelines on social distancing, we set up the camps to bring in the blood so we can keep the children from. We provide milk to the orphans, to the widows, to the again in full precaution, with gloves, with masks. Now our volunteers are going out and delivering the hot food to the people's homes now.
Subhanallah, that's brilliant. In terms of that, he didn't ask about that. We've got a couple of minutes. All I was going to say, if you just want to outline your contact number once again, the website and the email address as well. The only reason being is a lot of people are listening. They might come halfway into the show, they might come to the end. If you do want to let people know how they can donate, where they can donate, and what information that they need. Yeah, so guys, the project today, where we've been talking about last few weeks as well, is the COVID-19 food distribution project for Save the Mothers Trust. So this project we're running in UK for the people who are financially struggling, and also in Pakistan, who due to lockdown people are not able to work, so they are relying on food distribution. So SMT as a charity, we are giving food parcels, delivering the parcels to their home. The parcel in the UK is £30 a parcel. You can donate towards this £30, which will provide a food parcel to a person, to a family
who is financially struggling, and this financial struggle, we see the full evidence of that.
Exactly.
So nobody misuses this service, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
And the second project is for Pakistan. Pakistan, the food distribution is £50 for a food parcel. And for Pakistan, for the people who want to donate, you can give your zakat towards this, your sadaqah and your zakat. And I would encourage you, I would request you to please give your zakat to Save the Mother's Trust this year for this project, so we can feed more and more people. You see, the world stats and World Health Organization that says 800 million people, 800 million a year die from starvation per year. Right? That's a normal year.
It's not.
Right? Now you imagine this year, where people can't work due to the lockdown. They can't feed themselves. There's a social media images, right, where people, there's the image that of people in lockdown who are playing games, right, who are playing Ludo, playing board games, right, who are enjoying themselves, right. On the other hand, there's a picture of a family in third world country, right, who they have the cooker, like a chula in the middle of the room, right, but nothing over there. They have torn clothes, right, but they can't work, they can't buy no food, they're struggling, right. So this year the death toll will increase dramatically. Right, it'll increase a lot. Right? From 800 million, right, it can increase so much. Right? So here, this is where you come in, my brothers and my sisters. Come forward, make a donation. It's only £150. Your zakat, right, will feed a family for up to 6 weeks.
Inshallah,
right?
inshallah.
Again, your sadaqah, if you want to donate sadaqah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, sadaqah, it takes away calamities, it takes away problems, right? If you're in a position, again, I will say this, emphasize this, that if you are in a position where you struggle to give, right, do not give them. Look after yourself first. But if you're in a good position, give sadaqah as much as you can. It'll take away your problems, inshallah. And the ways to donate, you can donate on our website, smtrust.org.uk, smtrust.org.uk, or you can call our office on 01274 270043.
Jazakallah khair for that. It is coming to the end of our show. I want to say first, thank you very much for coming and giving all the people all the brilliant work that you're doing and all the information. To the listeners that are listening, if you do have any more questions, you can contact us on 01274. It's 570900. Yes, it's 570900. Or keep sending in your messages. Inshallah, I'll pass you on to Brother Mohammad Shahid and the team of Save the Mother's Trust on www.radiomac.org. If they are coming through, I'm 100% sure my phone keeps going off, but we don't have the time. Inshallah, when we do have it, I will pass on the message to yourself. Inshallah. Any last words that you want to say before we do end the show?
Yeah, Jazakallah khair for listening, and I just pray and I hope Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protects every one of us.
Inshallah.
Protects us from this crazy virus.
This pandemic.
This pandemic, the virus. May Allah protect every one of us. Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us healthy. And brothers and sisters, my last message to you, my advice to you, please take the relevant precautions.
Inshallah.
Stay home. Stay with your families, protect yourself and your families and people around you, and don't be, those people that think that we're untouchable.
We're immune to it.
We're untouchable. Nothing will happen to us. Nothing may happen to you, right? But you might be given to somebody else in your household, right? So take those extra precautions. Take the NHS, the government advice seriously. And look after yourself, your families, and we pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protects you. And we pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all the people that have passed away due to this COVID-19, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive their sins and give them high ranks of paradise, and give sabr and patience to their families, and keeps us all strong and keeps us all united, all of us, regardless of what color we are, what religion we are. This is the time to stick together, be united, help each other. That's my final message. Jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.